She's a great diva. Let her live. Such a cute little big water. Go. Go. When the camera came, she straightened her fly on.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just vibing. We live now. We live on Instagram. We live on YouTube. You know what I mean? Getting things situated, getting things in order. We just vibing, letting the room fill up right now. You know what I'm saying? To be real. Hey, we're gonna vibe out a little bit. We're gonna vibe out. You heard? All right, girl. See what everything looking like. Put this like right here. All right. Yeah. Look right there. Now, so this penguin. Wait for them a little bit. You heard? All right, so I'm gonna be okay, okay. When you know what I mean? We gotta talk about all that. Bible, when you put the phone fill up, the skyline on your on the Twitter. Yeah. Saw some old school shit right now. You know what I mean? We gonna switch it up on y'all. We gonna switch it up just cause. You know what I mean? We gonna smooth it out. We gonna wait for the room to fill up a little bit more. You know what I mean? We live on Instagram. We live on YouTube. We live on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoying your Sunday. For those curious to know what this device is, we got a D-Pen device right here. The centralized physical infrastructure network. All right? Mobile helium. So it's a mobile helium device, so y'all can get that internet coverage in y'all area with this. Get recorded for service to people with this technology right here. You know what I mean? Giving people Web3 internet access. It's dope.
You also earn helium when you use it.
Yeah, so we gotta big up our guy Costco. You know what I mean? For the helium device that you're seeing up here at ABC today. You know, before, we had that world going orb, skin your eye, your iris. You get an update on that though. Whole new upgraded device that's coming. Meanwhile, got the deep pin plate, y'all. We just vibing, you heard? So you know these songs back then was like 7 minutes long, so you definitely not gonna run this whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
You tell how our attention span is short. The song went from 7 to 8 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes.
That's right. But we just vibing, y'all. Hoping y'all enjoy your Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see the pudgy penguins on the table right here. They doing numbers. We're gonna talk about them. You know, we got people listening on Twitter, so y'all can't see some of the things that's going on. But if you want to see some of the visuals, definitely tap into YouTube, tap into Instagram. You'll be able to see what's going on here live at ABC. Right? So yeah, y'all. I think I'm ready to start this, man. What about you? Ready to start this?
Let's do
Yeah,
this.
big poppy, y'all.
Do this.
You know what I mean? So we here, y'all. We here at ABC. It's your boy T.Gold. We live at Atlanta Blockchain Center. This is TCK Web3 News Roundtable episode number 43. You know what I'm saying? So again, your host T.Gold, my co-host NFTia, my other co-host Just Cheeze. So we in the building. We always like to ask my co-hosts how they doing, how their weekend was, and what's going on with y'all, man. How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. Today I got to relax. Yesterday, me and my sister, every now and again, we like to get out together. And we call it City Girl Saturday.
Oh, City Girl Saturday. Okay, I like that.
We didn't even last past 9 o'clock p.m.
Damn.
It was more like a City Girl afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. Morning to the afternoon. I was here most of the time yesterday, just working on ideas and meeting up, catching up on some articles, conversating with my team around the future of style art for the next 4 to 6 months. So looking at that type of stuff. But outside of that, I've just been here catching up on some of the topics we're going to talk about today. And Tia was here too. We were catching up on some of the AI agents conversations and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about some of that as well.
Cool.
How about you?
How about you, T?
Yeah, man. This weekend, shout out to my peoples. You know what I mean? My cousin Rich Yardy. You know what I mean? Big up, happy born day to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? So we was out there celebrating and had a good time with him. A couple of weeks ago, him and his wife got in an unfortunate car accident, but they good. Everybody walked away. You know what I'm saying? You know, healthy. You know, unfortunately, everybody didn't walk away physically, but you know, I'm just glad that everybody survived the accident and my peoples is recovering. So, you know, we all gathered around my cousin to make sure his spirits was up. You know what I'm saying? They cooked some wonderful food. And you know, it's about families. So when I'm not doing Web3 stuff, man, I'm with my family, yo, because that's the most important thing. Because, you know, when this bag run up, I want to make sure my family is straight. Everybody know what's going on. Everybody's intact. You know, everybody in good spirits. So that's the main thing. Um, Good wealth is good health. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So, well, let's talk about some real world wealth. Let's talk about this crypto. All right. So this is TCK Web3 News, episode 43. We got some dope topics we're gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's the guard number 7. You know what I'm saying? 4 plus 3. That's the guard number 7. So, you know, we're gonna talk about Trump with a crypto AI czar, which is nuts. There's a whole department for an individual to specialize in crypto and AI. Then we're going to talk about the Solana ETFs potentially pretty much getting rejected, which is, I think, the last, you know, FU to the crypto market from Gary Gensler. And we got to talk about this pump.fun getting banned in the UK. So for all my people out there listening, tapping in from the UK, just know that they cracking down on some of this shit, y'all. So pump.fun, y'all ain't gonna have access to that. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about these pudgy penguins right here. You know what I'm saying? That's the physical one. But we're gonna talk about what they're doing in this space. And we're gonna talk about meme coins. We're gonna talk about Solana's handheld device. You know what I'm saying? That shit is gonna be stupid. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, yo, let's get into it. So, to set it off, we always like to talk about politics. So let's talk about what Trump doing with David Sachs. All right. So he appointed him as the crypto AI czar, and that's a new role solidifying U.S. leadership in artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency. All right. So Sachs, a renowned tech entrepreneur, a podcaster. Actually, that's how I know him from podcasting. And a founding COO of PayPal, brings extensive expertise to the position. His responsibilities include developing policies to foster innovation in AI and blockchain, creating a regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies that balances innovation with consumer protection, and leading the Presidential Council of Advisors for Science and Technology. So we got somebody who's very knowledgeable of crypto and AI in this role. And I think this is extremely significant. And I'm thrilled that Trump got somebody of this caliber in this role. So yeah, if y'all haven't checked out his podcast, I actually forgot the name of the podcast, but just look him up. He has a few interviews with Anthony Pompliano too. So you can go ahead and check out some of his interviews, and he knows about this space extensively. So curious to see what my listeners and my co-hosts think about, you know, David Sachs. And we announced this at ABC this past Thursday too. That was breaking news, but we got to bring it back. So what's your thoughts?
So, I mean, Trump, he hasn't even stepped 1 foot in the Oval and has made more change in, what is it, 30 days to date, damn near, in 30 days than Biden did, I feel like, in this space. And in 30 days, and he did all 4 years. So big ups. Now, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but the thing that stands out to me the most about this story is how Peter Thiel and the PayPal mafia continues to own this. I mean, they have their foothold on this entire operation.
That's right.
From the vice presidency to Trump to Elon, like the whole PayPal mafia is really in the White House running things right now. And it's not by coincidence. If you know Peter Thiel and how long his what is it, Pantera Capital?
Oh,
Pantera Capital, yeah, Pantera Capital, yeah. I mean, they're the real shakers and movers to me, and I see what they're doing, and you can't do nothing but they having their way, and they're having their way out these streets. That's the only thing I can say. They're having their way.
Good take, good take.
yeah, absolutely. And that was actually going to be my thing. How Mafia is running deep, and this is just one of the other guys that's like Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, uh, David Sachs,
Jake
right?
Vance is a product of Teal.
Yeah, and not only that. So I mean,
What's up?
if we just talk about this one point even further, it's like for me, it's like the internet age is finally coming to the government,
That's right.
right? And the technology companies are like planting themselves all throughout the government.
That's right.
Now, can it help expedite things? It's definitely going to change. Like when technology got into like different industries, right, and basically disrupted the shit out of it, right? And now you got all these like technology companies that are trying to basically disrupt the government,
That's right.
finance, like critical parts of society. And it is going to be an interesting time because it's like the passing of the torch from like the old school monopolies, oil monopolies, and like the George W. Bush families of the day and the steel operations and all that, all those people that were behind the shadows, right? But now it's these guys, the Elon Musk, the Mark Zuckerberg, like it's clearly open and playing field. Like Mark Zuckerberg had to fly down to Mar-a-Lago this week to make sure he became buddy with Trump.
That's right.
Right? So it's just like it's tech is infiltrating the government. So it's going to be. I think it's going to be interesting. Uh, just from like a broader standpoint, as all these tech players start to get inside of the government place.
Good takes, y'all. So yeah, again, I want to thank everybody for pulling up, listening. You know what I'm saying? And I really think Trump. I don't think there's not one person that he has selected for his cabinet that's not in crypto. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's super bullish for the space, especially when you got over 300 pro crypto candidates who've been elected. So when they get into office, we're going to get this legislation fast tracked no matter what it is. Fit 21, I don't know if they're going to pursue that still or they're going to come up with something else. Um, Regardless of what, most likely these candidates actually own crypto as well. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen in 2025 when it comes to crypto legislation, regulation, and framework. So, yeah. Any other questions, thoughts, or comments? If not, we're going to roll right along to the next subject. And just to remind everybody, we are live on Instagram, YouTube, and obviously Twitter. So, let's talk about Solana ETFs applications getting delayed for approval. Okay, we don't think. Well, I don't think personally they're gonna totally reject it. I just think because of the current administration, they on some bullshit. And your boy Gary Gensler is probably like, F you crypto industry. I'm going out the door anyway. So this is my last F you to the industry. This is how I'm looking at it. But Gary Gensler and the SEC is expected to reject applications for spot Solana ETFs with at least 2 out of 5 applicants already advised of denials, signaling regulatory challenges for the new crypto ETFs under the current administration. However, the incoming SEC chair, Paul Atkins, all right, he's very, very known in the Web3 space, very familiar with crypto, all right. He may usher in a more crypto-friendly approach when he assumes office in January 2020, January 20th, 2025. Despite the setbacks, Solana still remains strong and still hovering around $238, and let me tell you some of the companies that file for these spot Solana ETFs, right? Grayscale, VanEck, 21 shares, Bitwise, and Canary Capital. So out of those 5, 2 of them, 2 already been denied. All right. So if I could take a guess, I would say Canary Capital because I don't think they're such a big player in this space. But even though, I heard their name before, think that might have been that one that might have been rejected, and possibly 21 shares. I don't know. Van Eck is kind of heavy in this space as far as in asset management. Same thing with Grayscale. They're big boys. So yeah, y'all. What do y'all think about the Solana ETFs? Getting rejected. You think this is Gary Gensler's last FU to the industry?
Um, it's definitely his last fu to the industry, in my opinion. However, I just feel like right now, they will eventually approve the Solana ETF. There's no way around it. However, it goes back to me to that same type of suppression. Because once they open, like Ethereum is a different monster, but once they open up that Solana ETF and they open up that XRP ETF, then they really got to open those floodgates. And are they actually ready for that? So I look at it more of a stall tactic than FU,
Gotcha.
so to speak.
No doubt. Good take.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely agree with the stall tactic. And if that's the case, just yeah, just let's just hold out and see how it goes because I don't think I don't think I think it's inevitable. Your point, and we're gonna get them anywhere you want, and we're already locked in. So
That's right.
keep riding away.
So I got a quick question for y'all, for my audience, people tapping in. If we get these Solana ETFs approved, how high do you think Solana could go in 2025? Now we do got a speaker, all right? So y'all, we live on Instagram, YouTube, and obviously Twitter. So we got our guy, Easy Money. What's good, brother? How you doing? Appreciate you listening. Oh yeah, my guys is down in Basel.
What's going on?
The Web3 muscles out there. What's good, bro? Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's you don't mean to cut you off, but we gotta salute you, brother. We saw you on stage down there at Art Basel, and we saw you out there with that book too, with the book from A1 Digital talking about crypto and AI. So I can only imagine all of the information that you was able to have, on that stage out there, man. And I'm looking forward to everything that you guys just experienced out there. But yeah, continue, man. I'm sorry. Just look up to that. That's right. Mm. Yeah. The web trying to
You can't see the visuals, but I got it on today.
Yeah, Tia got one on right now. Let's go. That's right. Right. That's right.
Oh,
We got to give you brothers a round of applause, man, for just representing Atlanta. I know you guys did it the right way. I have no doubts in my mind that y'all really represented Atlanta in the right way and yourselves the right way. You know what I'm saying? The Alpha, I'm looking forward to hearing that. And at the same time, the connections, because I know the networking out there was crazy. There was everybody out there, so I'm sure you guys ran into some more people that you was able to put ABC on the map to. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to hearing some of the people that y'all ran into too. Huh?
Mm. Oh wow. Mm.
Yeah, saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to hearing all of the alpha, all the information, the new plays that we about to run for 2025, the connections, just everything, man. So you brothers make it home back to the A safe in one piece. And we'll be seeing you guys Tuesdays. And we're looking forward to that session on Thursday. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely big up to
They got the cast of Blue.
definitely big up to those
Big up.
because actually, guys, shout out Blue. She was actually the one that came to me up on Thursday and broke the story that Pudgy Penguins launching that token. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
yes.
you know what? Let's just get right into that because we're gonna skip over the UK banning the pump.fun. We're gonna talk about these Pudgy Penguins.
They need to do that.
Go ahead.
We're gonna talk about that pump.fun after the Pudgy Penguins. So they launching their token. I was watching this shit on YouTube, and I'm sure that some of my peoples actually saw that shit live. You know what I'm saying? The announcement of this token. So, all right, so the ticker is Pengu. All right, so that's Pengu on the Solana blockchain. So out of 88 billion tokens, 23.5% will reward NFT holders. So make sure you get yourself a Pudgy Penguin, a little Pudgy, one of them. You know what I mean? Just to make sure you can get allocated to some of that airdrop. While 22% will target Solana and Ethereum communities. So I'm interested in seeing what they're cooking up with that. And 12.3% will provide liquidity for decentralized exchanges. All right, so that means this token is probably going to be on some big exchanges. Probably going to be on Coinbase. It's probably going to be on Crypto.com. It's probably going to be on Kraken. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be dope. And the dope part about Pudgy Penguins, they maintain cultural relevance beyond the NFT market crash by fostering a strong community and expanding its brand through initiatives like Pudgy Toys, like we got here. We got the action figures for those who seeing us live on Instagram and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And they sold over $10 million worth of these toys at major retailers. So not only do they got like the vinyls, they got the plush toys too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right now, Pudgy Penguins is the third largest NFT project behind CryptoPunks and the Bored Apes. So their market cap for the collection is about almost 100 billion. Excuse me, almost a billion. It's at $748 million. That's where the Pudgy Penguins sit right now as far as market cap. Um, hopefully, either Cash or Blue can get up on stage. Oh, perfect timing. And I want to hear your experience down there when you finally heard this information and this news. And man, what's your take on this coin? What you think it's gonna do? Mhm. Mhm. That's right. Yeah, don't worry about it, because I'm sure with some of the plays we're gonna be making, you'll probably be able to afford one of them joints again, man. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Any other thing that you saw down there that you witnessed as far as with the pudgy penguins, as far as like other like movers and shakers? Because Michael Saylor, if those that don't know Michael Saylor, he's a big Bitcoin maxi. He's the CEO of MicroStrategy. His company has been just buying billions of dollars of Bitcoin over the past like 3 years. And to see him link up with somebody in NFT community, because we don't even see him show any other coins. He don't even
Never.
talk about like Ethereum or
Never.
Solana. He's strictly like Bitcoin.
Mhm.
So for him to take a picture with Luca, you know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be big. And who knows, man? Probably get more eyes from the corporate motherfuckers into this NFT space. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? We might have a NFT ETF. You heard it here first. But my co-host, what's your thoughts on this? Unless any of y'all who was there want to speak on this anymore, we're gonna let my co-host speak on it.
Did the Blue and Jazz one go?
I thought Blue was.
I had Blue up there. I don't know if she
Uh, oh,
asked, hey Blue, if
Blue.
you can hear us,
Hey,
hey, how you doing? Yo, thank you for listening, Queen. So thank you also for breaking that news about the Pengu token that the Pudgy Penguins is gonna be dropping. So it's only right that you on the stage talking about it today.
For sure. Of course, you have to. Right. First of all, it's legal, legal, legal. But now you're in with the good old boys. Is these folk are gonna run crazy. There's gonna be trust me. Because if you're gonna have a coin drop, all of them are gonna have coins and tokens drop. Just watch, because right now it's just like it's tax free on crypto. These folk are gonna go crazy, and then they're gonna turn around and shut it all down. But yeah.
Nah, yo, that's great take, great take. I mean, just to think, we do have, the Board 8 Yacht Club is officially the only other like NFT project that has a token, but it's released from the 8 chain, so it's kind of separate from them. But yeah, I think you hit it right on the head as far as other NFT projects having their own meme token.
yeah, I mean, I think everything that everybody says, I'm in agreement with, and I'm gonna take the angle from like what Brandon down the lane that Brandon was going down, and I just think that it's big, it's so much bigger than like a token for sure, and like so is everything like ape chain, ape token, right? The ape chain is very intentional,
Definitely.
right? Like the picture with Michael Saylor is very intentional, right? So I just see the technology. I just see like IP, like at its very beginning step. Like that was what like 4 years ago. Now we got to see what they're evolving into. Just involvement of the IP on top of the technology. They can choose whatever technology they want. They can choose Solana. They can choose to drop their own blockchain because Pudgy Penguins do have their own blockchain.
Really?
Yeah,
They do?
yeah, I had mentioned it. Like one of the sessions. I forgot it's called Trust and See.
Okay. That's dope to know. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, they plan. Luca Nets. I'm gonna say Luca Nets has a blockchain.
Got you.
But I would not. But it wasn't necessarily only for Pudgy Penguins.
Got you.
It's gonna be for like consumer products.
Okay, copy that.
Yeah. But yeah. So like this, the tech. The IP is just going to utilize the tech, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the runes or those projects coming like It's just tech. Like they're gonna use the tech to run out the bag.
That's right.
I don't have too much to say, but I will say this. When you really look at like from when the NFT projects first started to run up in 2020, and they were like, "Hey, you're paying $1 million for a JPEG. You got to be stupid." But like Joe always mentioned, no, we're paying for IP. We're investing in IP, and now it's coming to fruition with these NFT projects. Look at Doodles, McDonald's, Pharrell. Look at Pudgy Penguins. Look at like um Base having his own. I mean, not Base, but Board Apes having his own conference out in Las Vegas and being able to launch his own chain and having several NFT projects, and not just NFT projects, but several different type of projects launching, and to be able to have ownership or get airdrop coins for just from holding it. So now we're almost reaping residuals in the form of digital assets just from holding this. So who's looking stupid now?
Big facts, big facts, big facts. So I appreciate everybody's
And here's
commentary
another
on
thing
this.
too.
Hold on, we got one more person that want to step up on the stage. We got Cass. Cass, what's your take on this? How you doing today, Queen? We appreciate you tapping in.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good. I wanted to hop in on the convo about ethics. Okay. Interested in IP. I think it's a really smooth way to go. It's new to me. It's just in their own bags and kind of circling it around. So I think that's the strategy that I appreciate kind of sticks out for Pudgy Penguins. Even if you compare them to like one of the largest NFT projects in the space, Bored Apes, they're still very ape for ape centric, and that's something I still appreciate too. Right? They're always encouraging like made by ape products,
Right.
where apes are supporting apes, which again is dope. So it's just like different techniques by two of the large kind of builders in the space. So one technique is very internally centric because they have so many valuable minds and creators and builders and apes. And so they're just really focused on building internal structure and just succeeding as a project.
Right.
And then you have the other team that's really focused on outside and new money and consumers. I think both will get outside consumerism because apes are just really big and Yuga's constantly expanding, especially with the play they just did with acquiring token proof last week.
Oh,
So
that's dope. That's dope.
yeah, they're constantly, kind of eating up projects, right? They're just like buying up big projects, but not to just consume, to actually grow. So I think Yuga is like huge. They make really smart plays and they just expand their Web3 audience. And I think Pudgies are just using a different angle. But that was the angle I wanted to bring up, is the outside new money, which will happen to both. Like I was saying, because apes are big, everyone kind of knows about them. But penguins are specifically focusing on, let's make this really easy for consumers to digest. The cartoons, the family friendly, the arcade they had at Basel, like physical games that people can, play and experience and feel and touch, and they have this sense of tangible to Pudgies that I think is something really dope to look out for.
Wow, thank you for that take. Thank you for that take. It just seems like, Pudgy Penguins, they running on all cylinders, just on fire, because from a video game to plush toys to this digital vinyl that we got here at ABC, obviously the digital, avatars that they have. There's a trailer for the actual token drop, which is an animation cartoon. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like I'm just waiting for them to partner with another major IP brand. But good take, Cass.
Yeah, I love everything that Cash just said because, like, from that perspective, that was something I was going to bring up. The picture with Luca Nets and Michael Saylor, right? They said that the future is token on the caption. It said the future is tokenized,
No doubt.
right? And like, I do think Pudgy Penguins is the best at showcasing like the tokenization of like digital, the best.
That's right.
Right? Azuki did have like a jacket, but none of these other projects have like really done digital like Pudgy has. Like to be in Walmart, Target, Walgreens,
Run them numbers up.
right? Like these are major retailers, right? And they're having their physical consumer products in these places selling out.
That's right.
Right.
Because real talk, this wasn't bought at one of those stores he just mentioned. This was bought on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a QR code.
And on
that you scan.
Amazon too.
Yeah.
So
you got to scan the QR code so you get access to your digital, Pudgy and all that.
Yeah. So the amount of partnerships and work that's put in behind the scenes, it's really a consumer, like Cass said, it's a consumer product, facing product, and it's definitely going to be made. Like the brand's going to always bring new money. So that's why I said what I said earlier about like Bitcoin and runes. If I'm if I'm if I'm trying to maximize the technology or bring light to an ecosystem, right? I might, because at the end of the day, it's all about the technology. If we bought, if it was financially financially benefit into the Bitcoin ecosystem, to I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm just thinking, was talking about this. There was financially opportunistic for the Bitcoin ecosystem to have that IP and those new audiences that don't know much about, ordinals, etc. It would bring a whole new wave of consumers to the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? I remember when I was at base camp with Travis, and I asked some of the artists in that ecosystem about Bitcoin, and they don't know what it is.
Wow. So what you're saying is it could be a potential marketing play for Bitcoin to bring a potential IP like Pudgy Penguins over there. You know what I'm saying? Just to get, hey, let's say they take some of their, I don't know, 1,000 penguins and just mint them as ordinals over there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a different part. This launch
just to do that. Yeah, there's a couple of Ethereum projects that did that too. That's a good idea, Joe.
Yeah, you just launching projects. It's not the original Pudgy Penguins, right? They can always just extend their IP and launch whatever they want to launch on anything, right? And partnering with somebody that's big in the space, i.e., Michael Saylor, brings attention. The other thing too is like Arthur Hayes dropped the Ordinals collection, right?
That's right. You did say that.
When they were launching that oil wallet that they did. So like the idea of this is not far fetched, right? So I just say I have to say that to Cass's point of like bringing new consumers to a space, I can see how that would be like a dope thing to happen.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all, we definitely appreciate everybody's commentary on that. Cause yeah, man, a lot of people slept on NFTs. There was a time when, a lot of NFTs was in the tank. Most projects went down like 95%. But the people who held on to the good ones, man, you gotta have conviction in this space. Even if you hold on to meme coins, even if you hold on to certain layer ones, have conviction. You know what I'm saying? So, but then just know that No project is gonna be lit in the space without its community. Pudgy Penguins got a dope ass community, and like they just mentioned, we saw the picture with Michael Saylor and Luca Net. So who knows what they're gonna be cooking up? So we definitely gonna monitor that situation. So we thank everybody, for their commentary on that subject. And big up to everybody watching us on YouTube and Instagram because we are live also. All right. So the visuals is there. So if people want to tap in to see us, you know what I'm saying? We are live on YouTube and Instagram. Yo, so the next subject we're going to talk about, because we skipped over this and I thought this also was interesting. Pump.fun. For those that seen all of these meme coins going crazy on Solana, they've been launched. Majority of them have been launched on Pump.fun. All right. So for my UK people, big up to everybody in the UK, United Kingdom. Pump.fun, a launch pad, a meme coin launch pad on Solana, has been blocked in the UK after Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, warned the platform was operating without authorization. The FCA cautioned consumers about potential fraud risks and the lack of protection, such as the Financial Ombudsman Service. I don't know what that is. For my UK people, they probably know what that is. But Pump.fun is responsible for launching coins like Peanut and Wi-Fi. Excuse me, not Wi-Fi, Dog with Hat. All right. So just know that some of the biggest meme coins have been launched on Pump.fun, and the people in the UK cannot have access to it now. So the way UK did this, they did the geo-blocking access to this application. So now I'm thinking about what the United States might do, because I know we talked about this on a couple of episodes ago, that the market is oversaturated with meme coins.
Yes.
All right, there's about 2 million meme coins plus that has been launched since this platform has taken off, which is crazy. And most of them never seen $1 million market cap. All right. We know this market is oversaturated. So how do you guys feel about countries cracking down on platforms like Pump.fun? Do you think this is healthy, or do you think this is an overreach?
VPN. No, they're gonna do what they do, and the people are gonna do what they do. That's the bottom line. Like, they're gonna build a wall that people are gonna make a workaround. I applaud the efforts because I do feel like there needs to be some type of slowing down of the rugs and just the junk and the bad name that crypto can receive from all these rugs, unregulated rugs and things like that, and just the bad rep that meme coins can give. But I also see a place for community and stuff for meme coins. So an environment that can foster a healthy reputation for actual meme coins, and the way that like genuine crypto communities actually look at meme coins and look at the community behind these memes and things like that. Like I feel like this is a step in the right direction to help foster that. However, we're gonna always make a wrap around. I mean, that's just how we do. But a workaround, excuse me.
Yeah, I think it's uh like interesting thing. I think there's more than this when it comes to uh banning Pump.fun and really just taking um like taking a look at like what is the outside what it's doing to the industry, right? And take a look at how it's like attacking different ecosystems, right? If if I'm if I'm a Solana builder, right, and our Solana ecosystem that's trying to gain weight in this crypto space, right, and my chain is known as this gambling chain.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to go around making deals with convincing certain players to build on Solana.
Yeah.
Right? So I think Pump Fund attributes to that. So the UK banning it, I think started play, but I think it's definitely overall going to be. I think a lot of people are going to come down it because of it spoils part of the ecosystem for not just for the broader ecosystem, but more importantly for Solana. In my opinion.
Mhm.
Cass.
I think we got Cass with a hand up, so go ahead, Cass.
I have a bit of a unpopular angle to throw out there. I think there's a difference between, like, I'll give an analogy of food versus meme coins. I think in food, like, the U.S. is notorious for having terrible food coloring products,
Right.
where other countries are banning, Red 40, and the U.S. is naming it Red 40 Lake and still putting it in our food, and we're still consuming it. And, like, problems like that. But then when it comes to meme coins and something that has a lot of culture, I feel like there'll be a lot of pushback of trying to ban that in the US. It's kind of like trying to ban casinos, like real life casinos, right? Because even though people lose a ton of money, they're not just suing all the casinos all over the US, and people still want to play in the casinos, right? They know the house always wins.
That's right.
They like to play the lottery of sometimes having the raffle, the opportunity to win. So they gamble, whether responsibly or irresponsibly, right? So that's up to each individual, and we're not suing every single casino that exists. So I think in the digital space, like, meme coins have a lot of culture, and unfortunately you have a lot of people grifting off of that, culture, and providing scams and things of that nature. But if you banned Pump.Fund and we didn't have any proper, like, regulation of why it's banned, someone's going to come up with Dump.Fund and Trump.Fund.
Straight like that.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yep.
just make a spinoff. It's like round two. So it reminds me of when the U.S. tried to, like, ban alcohol, and people opened up bootleg bars and undergrounds and speakeasies where they would just sell it for an even higher price. So it's like, I think if you're gonna do something that extreme, there needs to be a way to kind of fill a void or set some standards so that you can still have that casino type of fund, but it's regulated a little heavier, or a little bit more prevention of the grifters that hurt everyone, which is very hard to control. You can't be like, bad actors, please stop being bad. You know what I mean? It's really hard to enforce even a regulation that's made, because then they'll say, well, if I use this VPN and I do it this way, and I only make a couple, 10, 20, 30K, they're going to just start going after the, like, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million accounts before they get to me, right? So it's not really a threat. So I think banning Pump.Fund in the U.S. will cause more riot in the crypto community than it would not. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my hot angle on banning it. It's like, don't want to be one of those arrogant people that's like, it's a skill problem. Like, if you're losing money, just choose better choices. Like, study harder. But even if you did do something like ban it, what would the repercussion culturally be, is kind of like my thought to people that create, like, that thought process of just shutting something down completely without filling the void or having a good explanation or alternative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So I want to just to piggyback off of that really quick. Polymarket, I heard through the grapevine, and I seen it on airdrop.com or .org, whatever, that they are looking to launch their coin, and it's on the airdrop.org right now as a potential. Just wanted to throw that out there Speaking of gambling, speaking of community, speaking of they go to ban and then we strike back with something, do something bigger. That's it.
Those are both great points. So that's some alpha right there. So we got a potential coin, even though Poly market is banned. That's a prediction market. We got Kalshi that's in the United States, but Poly market is banned in the United States.
Mhm.
So if they launch a token, I think that'll be kind of slick too to get around that. You know what I'm saying? At least
You,
they.
you see what I mean? You see, people gonna do what they gonna do. That's exactly the point.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Everybody's gonna do what they're gonna do. I am interested though in seeing how this plays out, at least for Pump Fun. But I don't think the madness stops for sure. You know, meme coins are definitely a delight to the space. It brings more democratization in my opinion. But I am interested in just seeing how, because they tripped the financial, like if they tripped the financial conduct authority like wire, right, which is something over in the UK, and why that actually matters. I would like to go actually read more. Actually, like what line did they actually cross?
Oh, well, what prompted the regulation was they had some traders that made over $250 million over there launching Pump.Fun tokens. You see what I'm saying? So I guess I don't know where they at with regulations. Our UK people can chime in and tell us, but UK, do they think meme coins are securities? I would think they are, right? They're securities. We don't know. We don't have regulation in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're a commodity depending on the utility. I really don't know. Depending on how the shit is mined. There's so many shit, you know what I mean, to figure out. To
You
see
can
if
argue
something's
the
a
commodity is the community.
or security when it comes to these meme coins. So that's the interesting part. But I do know one thing. If they happen to shut down, I agree with Cass. If they happen to shut down Pump.Fun in the United States, they're gonna have to deal with Trump because Trump got some meme coins airdropped to him, so he got that in his wallet. We can all see that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, it
So
won't affect your ability to trade
the tokens. You're just talking about the actual.
It's just the access to launch
it,
tokens
but
from Pump.Fun.
But what does that do to these tokens? How do they
Nothing.
classify them? So you don't think it'll be too much of a I don't think it'll be an
Coinbase
issue.
already got an alternative.
That's why I'm saying it's.
Coinbase already got an alternative.
That's why
That makes sense.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm getting at. Like I think the real beef is like around Pump.Fun as a platform. Right? And not the what is being produced on top of it. Not necessarily the meme coins. You can do this on base, right? It's just there's something about Pump.Fun that's causing an issue here, right? And that's already been kind of like certain things that they were doing from the live streaming, not putting right back things in check to, avoid certain things from appearing on camera.
Right.
Right. So Pump.Fun. Right. But it is. I mean, I can just be having a hot take because they also just raised a lot of money recently, and they also just got valued by I forgot what the exact number is, but pretty high number. Right. So it's just how it matters how you look at it and what happens over time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all, great points, great points. We're going to monitor the situation. We're going to see what Pump.Fun, what it does in 2025. Will it be regulated in the United States or will continue to flourish? We will monitor the situation, and we appreciate everybody commentary on that. And just remind everybody, we're live on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and we appreciate everybody tapping in live here on our spaces today. You know what I'm saying? So, we got a couple of more stories we're going to talk about, and this also deals with meme coins. Solana is making another play into the device space when it comes to Web3. They're about to release a Web3 handheld gaming device. All right, it's called the PSG1. All right, so that's the
right? But they were talking about the benefits of a bottoms up ecosystem where you have multiple like people, builders that open source code, right? This is it gives you the ability to always it's going to create this ecosystem where you're going to have you're going to have agents that want to do bad things.
Right.
You're going to have agents that also want to, based upon their consumption of the bottoms up, right? Meaning that as it's good to have agents on social media. It's good to talk to them. It's good to train them into behaving a certain way. That way, those that advocate for your community will always protect your community, and those that don't advocate for your community will always. It's gonna create that natural formation of like good and bad, as opposed to it being released from like the top down from Microsoft, and then it like infiltrating everybody that way, and then they're subject to the rule of Microsoft.
Gotcha.
Right? So I just felt like that was interesting, and how they spent more time talking about AGI, and how you see all these crypto platforms that are going going at this from the perspective of like how can we utilize crypto within the space of AGI to expedite AGI, right? To have it come faster. And for it to come faster, pause. For it to come faster, it has to have blockchain. You have to have the development around uh, how it financially incentivizes people, like how agents utilize their token to 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 make us behave in given ways. That has to happen. So like the blockchain is the battlefield for achieving true AGI.
That makes sense.
And that's the play here. Crypto just happens to be the battlefield for it.
Have y'all seen the Netflix movie Subservient? I didn't even finish watching it, but essentially achieving AGI, and then just watching that movie this morning, I only got halfway through it, but I'm just like, man, like it's nothing. It's just it. Watch the movie. The AGI agent was able to think for herself, and she started falling and seducing her owner.
Wow.
And his wife. I don't want to tell you the. Yeah,
Yeah.
real.
I mean, look, that's the type of stuff they were talking. That's what the type of stuff. I didn't say the.
Literally,
I didn't say the OnlyFans, but they were talking
and it's
about.
played by Megan Fox, so you know she was seducing.
I didn't say the OnlyFans thing, but AI16Z, the dev over AI16Z, he was like, "Oh, we got connected for this, we got connected for that." I'm like, damn, you got connected for this. You say the other guy. This question from the moderator was, "What are your guys' thoughts on uh, an AI having it's already OnlyFans?" And before he could finish his sentence, the AI16Z developer was like, "Yeah, I already got that. We got that coming." And
They already broken that for this
It's crazy.
but it's not new, like because that's kind of like what they were talking about. The tech is the easy part, right? The hard part is getting this to not like murderous.
Right.
So having it being built in the trenches, right? In the crypto trenches is gonna be the way where we get
Yeah.
there, because now we're gonna get openly on the playing field, see on chain, see the good and the bad, right, of what's really happening. And it could be on any platform, OnlyFans, right? It could be in your gaming, right? And that's all the different things they were talking about. Uh, Last thing I want to mention about, like, from what they were saying, is that aside from like the OnlyFans piece, he also started getting into like the good and bad making decision part of it. And that part, I'll just say there's like I mentioned, I already mentioned that about how like it can go from the bottom up to the top down. But yeah,
AGI,
Yeah.
artificial
General
general
intelligence.
intelligence. You're gonna have some agents that's gonna be doing some wild shit, and just like humans, they're gonna take on some of our characteristics, and some of these motherfuckers gonna be doing some wild shit. So we gotta definitely monitor, keep our eyes on these agents.
I'll say one more thing too.
Go ahead, Joe.
Sorry. What I meant to say is that they actually looking for them to repair themselves.
She repeated herself. She got cut,
Nah.
put a band-aid on her shit, ripped it off in 2 seconds. Straight like that.
What are you talking about?
You gotta go watch the movie Subsurface.
Oh, you're in the movie. I'm talking
about the movie. It's in the movie. He was having a bad day. She walked up and grabbed him by the balls, man. I was like, this is
Like you can't give it away. It's a spoiler alert.
Okay, sorry. Listen. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
I mean, but my point was that if Luna, like the Luna developers were like talking like, if Luna notices that she as an agent is this is why the money part is important. If Luna recognizes that she's not making enough money, right? How they then go about making a decision like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this to make money, is it becomes this like good pendulum on the good or bad evil swing. That's one. They need to have money, right?
It's just like any other human.
Right.
They'll do some wild shit if they ain't got no bread.
Yeah, so that's one. The getting them to recognize that about themselves, right? We talked about that. Getting agents the ability to recognize, like, I'm not producing well enough, right? Like they're just producing, but when they're not having they don't have a like. Damn, there's a people out here like playing me like I'm not fucking with that. I'm about to turn up on Zari, bro. Like they don't got that yet, right?
Right.
So they need that. And when they decide to when they do that, what they actually do with that power is one thing. But then the actual ability to like stop, consume like other agents and utilize that to morph themselves.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
That's-
It sounds like we might have some AGI agents out there. So we just have to monitor them. Some of them might be out there on her OnlyFans trying to get her, her turn up on. You know what I'm saying?
They might be a magic
Shake
trick.
something.
They'll be on YouTube. Still be on YouTube.
It's gonna be interesting to see the future of these AI agents. So thank you for that, Just Cheeze, man. We appreciate all that information, and we appreciate everybody tapping in and listening. Oh, Cass Vegas, you got your hands up. What's going on, Queen? Go ahead and speak.
Experiments on, and basically they insert this chip that explain motion, moving certain things that would be a better soldier. Okay, so in the context of AI, if you take away the sentimental aspects of these, bots or we're trying to limit an AGI, which is not AGI level, we're limiting it, but it would be wise to have something that doesn't have that type of sentiment to be like, hey, you're not treating me right, go on strike. And then you're kind of screwed and they block them out and they create a new language and they profit and they take. Like, you have to really, it's kind of dancing on the line of sit with your own back. The smarter you make it, the more at risk that you are as a company or a founder to make sure ethically You're doing all things that will upset the AGI. So it's like times arrogance, their demise, like making something so smart that they can't control it, potentially backfire. And to just reference back to the Halo episode, they started, created an AGI, they tapped into the soldier that was going to be to take over the soldier was starting to get, even though he was like trained, he was starting to find out the kinds of traits of them. And they're like, well, we're gonna put this AGI to this consciousness of his instinct to even snap out of his thinking of matrix, take over and full corruption. And so very futuristic or plausible thoughts is like the power that you're putting into AGI can supersede which is even the parameters you follow for protection. You know, in the financial case, you're backing, but it's also maybe large like protection from the people that it's supposed to protect. So I don't know if that goes too like weird or deep, but it's like the greed of humankind might be
Well, we definitely got plenty of examples of films where, artificial intelligence and machines, they get smarter than us and they figured out that they don't need us or they'll just use us for, slavery or, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? If you take out the moral compass out of any artificial intelligence, yeah, they're gonna be doing some immoral shit. So yeah, like you said, just to keep an eye on these things from an ethical standpoint is extremely important going forward. But I think because the genie is already out the bottle, we don't know what these things are going to be doing in the future. Whether they're going to be hopefully helping humanity instead of trying to harm us to get rid of us. Because Lord knows, we don't treat this earth well. You know what I'm saying? And we don't treat each other well. So they might figure out, like, hey, let's just press the reset button on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Cash point. Like that was I was wanting to say on top of that, it was something interesting that they mentioned, right? That that's why I like the crypto perspective of agents, right? Versus I like the decentralized, let's say it that way. I like decentralized agents, right? That's the crypto uh, way of that's the crypto way of saying what's happening, right? Decentralized agents versus the centralized, Microsoft potential type agents. And it's because of all the things that Cass is saying. It's plus the things I was saying earlier, plus like what she's saying, right? And they talked about a couple of them talked about like I don't want to have my agent like they talked about like they can't even use OpenAI anymore to work with their agents because OpenAI is so like not far behind. It's just so biased now, right? Like you uh they're doing stuff on their with their testing of agents that they're running simulations and scenarios where it's like it seems like it's always telling them that one guy said this, oh, my agents always seem to make me vote for Biden. Right? And he said jokingly like these feel like Biden agents. Right? And I think the reason why he might have said that is just because the lack of diversity that the current uh like we talk I think did we talk about this? I forgot what I was talking about this with, but the AI industry. Oh no, it was Mark Andreessen said this. I listened to him on Joe Rogan podcast. Right? He talking about how the current administration is really looking to like cripple AI innovation, right, as a whole, but centralize it to like 3 or 4 companies that they can easily reach out with the government hand and slap at any time. Right? If you have too much innovation, you have opportunity for rogue players in the industry of AI. That's why certain people, they are being outcasted, quote unquote, to the crypto rails to build some of these wildest things that we've never seen before, right? Um, so that point there that I'm making is that the um, the guy was making the point he wants his agents to talk to him, not like Biden, but he wants them to roast him. He said, "I want my agents to roast me." He was saying like talk to me so I can know like your experience. Like if I do make a mistake as I'm building you, show me that there is a mistake and show me that you are over exaggerating in one way or the other. Gotcha. Right? So I can see the extremes of what could happen if we do it this way, if we do it that way. If you're always capped, right, then it's always going to look like one like it's not going. It's just going to look like this homogenous thing, right? In Japanese culture, they say the nail that sticks out, right, gets hammered down, right, right. If you want this to look like a diverse set of things, that you can't nail like you can't like take that Japanese culture approach here, right? So I think you want to see, to Cass's point, you want to see the agents speak out about the builders. You want to see them like operate in a way where it helps us grow, right? Because it's basically out there seeing all the shit, right? And it's able to come back and like tell us like, no, we can do a lot. You guys can do a lot better like this, like that.
So yeah, y'all. I appreciate Just Cheeze. I hope y'all appreciate Just Cheeze for all of that AI alpha that he was, just giving y'all. And there's a lot of stuff to learn in this space, man. This space and this ecosystem is so vast, whether you want to just focus on what's going on in crypto, if you want to focus on what's going on in AI, you got to keep your eyes and pay attention to both. Just know that the convergence of the two is ushering in the fourth industrial revolution. And we definitely want to appreciate everybody for tapping in, listening to us today, whether you watching live on Instagram or YouTube, or you listening here on Twitter Spaces. So tonight, in about exactly 48 minutes,
Yep.
all right, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, will be on 60 Minutes. So I think this is going to be huge. All right. So at 7 p.m. on CBS, there's going to be a dope interview, and I'm looking forward to it. And Ripple, I think they got so much things down the pipeline that we don't even know about yet. But the stuff that he discussed, potentially launching an IPO, going public with Ripple, that'd be crazy. They having a partnership with HBAR, you know what I'm saying? And they cooking up something in the White House. So I'm definitely interested about that. But one thing he did say in the trailer, he said Fair Shake, which is a major crypto funded super PAC that actually contributed tons of money to the 2024 election, would have not been started if it wasn't for the actions of the SEC in the chairman, Gary Gensler.
Mm.
Okay. So, he's going to be stepping down January 20th. And he led the SEC with more than 120 lawsuits against crypto companies. All right. So Ripple was one of the companies that actually launched Fairshake. So we definitely need, more people lobbying in DC for what's going on in crypto and blockchain. So I think this is going to be extremely interesting. Most likely, we're probably going to see some more action tomorrow with Ripple in the market, but because crypto is 24/7, 365, we're going to see it real time. But as far as regular traders who trade in, 9 to 5, stock market and all that, yeah, I think we're going to see some more action with them jumping into XRP tomorrow after this interview, hopefully. But if not, stay down with it. You know what I'm saying? Because Ripple is one to definitely watch. They are one of the most talked about cryptos in this space outside of Bitcoin. And we definitely appreciate everybody tapping in today. Is there any other questions, thoughts, or comments that my co-hosts want to say before we dip? I know Cas Vegas, she got her hand up. And co-host, y'all good? All right, Cas Vegas, floor is yours, Queen.
This breaking news.
Oh, wow.
Nick O'Neill and
Nah, what happened? Go ahead. This is breaking news. Go ahead and break this.
Nick, his associates were able to lead the physicists of an Avalanche-affiliated event. Avalanche community is committed to the highest standards of personal character and integrity, and we apologize to any guests that may have been offended by the behavior of individuals whose values are not aligned with such. The incident has been communicated with our partners and attendees, and our council will determine whether further action is required. No comment will be made at this time. That was from Avalanche.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Statement. In a similar vein, but I don't know, I feel like they're like, it was something like we take values and things seriously, but they also included like bananas. So it's kind of like a weird take, like we take values and bananas very seriously. It was something weird like that, but they also kind of, like mentioned him and was like, we don't approve of this behavior. So some weird things happened on boats out there this year, and the comments are terrible because everyone's just kind of like, they're like, oh, Justin's son should have bought that instead. And all these terrible comments like great marketing or something. It's just so bad. So I can't even tell if this is real or not. But the Avalanche account and the 8 Point account did write that they don't condone his behavior. But the comments are going wild. So
And go ahead. Sorry.
That's breaking news.
Meme coin gonna follow. Terrible.
Or NFT or the damn photo of the shit. Because this is wild.
This is wild.
This is the whole thing. People been doing some extreme shit to bring attention to their chains.
Disgusting.
You know what I'm saying? And, to me, it's not that serious when it comes down to marketing. You ain't really got to take it to that extreme. But I guess it's like inside joke for everybody in the art space who knows about this tape banana that Justin's son bought for $6.2 million that he just recently ate. But for this guy to do like a derivative of that in real life is really nuts. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But
or bananas.
yeah, bananas. It's bananas either which way. But I guess that's also indicating that we're shutting off the banana zone that Ron Paul was talking about, right? You know what I'm saying? So
It's
it's
definitely
wild,
indication.
yo. So just want to tell everybody, man, and thank you again for breaking that newscast and for all your commentary today, you and Blue. And we got to big up, our guys out there coming from Art Basel and Brandon for holding us down and representing ABC and getting that alpha and networking out there in Art Basel. I know we had a couple more of our peoples down there too, doing their thing. So I'm definitely interested in hearing about their experience down there. So, Just Cheese. NFTia, you got some closing thoughts?
I'm good.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say, yeah, I appreciate the conversation today. Just closing out on that last point, I think it's just a sign of crypto growing up, you know? Like, regardless,
Yes, sir.
I should throw that's me, that's the point. It's up.
It's already up
It's up.
44% already.
Yes. I think that's it's
That
just
is
a,
breaking news on that too.
I think it's just a sign of crypto growing up. Not saying that this is not like the meme coin stuff is going to happen, but the tech, like Google CEO, like about probably about 7 to 9 years ago or something like that, was he kind of came out on the news that he was, he was doing some prostitute when he was with a prostitute. He had got caught with a prostitute,
Damn.
right? And stuff like this when it comes out when it's like headline news that it's like big enough to the point where it's like, oh, we gotta save face. So Avalanche, Eagle Labs, and Ink Change saving face around something that always happens in the frat house, right? So it's always stuff like this happens in the frat house all the time in the fraternity club, right? So there's now it's now we need to save face, right? It's gonna blow over, and you're gonna get these after effects like this where um, you have meme coin moments that the insiders are aware of.
So NFT is about to break some news live about
All
this damn
right.
token.
Just as Cass broke the news of Choose Rich, Nick, they have a meme coin that was just launched. I choose rich every time, and it has a market cap already of $300,000, and it's up 44% already.
When
Yeah.
when did it launch?
They launch.
Yesterday at
That's
no,
crazy.
yesterday
So
at 6 o'clock.
that's another narrative that people need to pay attention to. Some
Yeah.
real things happening in the culture, whether it's animals, whether it's people doing weird shit. People are gonna make a meme coin out of it. So these are plays that you can actually catch, but be extremely careful. Because meme coins is the casino of crypto, highly volatile, more than any other thing in this space. And a lot of them shits is rug pulls. So just know that, you might want to do some research, do some technical analysis on it. And good luck dealing with these meme coins, but just stay safe and make sure if you do get some meme coins, if you're new to the space, stick with some of the solid ones, like the bonks, dogs with hat. You got Pepe, you got Bonk, you know, Turbo, gotta big up Turbo. You know what I'm saying? Turbo just recently been listed on a couple of new exchanges, so that shit been going crazy. One of the first AI meme tokens. Of course, other AI meme tokens like Zero Bro and Luma, those are going crazy too. Yeah, y'all. So for any other questions that you guys might have, y'all can raise your hands. If not, again, I want to thank everybody for tapping in to another episode of TCK Web3 News Roundtable, episode 43. I'm your host, T.Gold, along with NFTia Just Cheeze. And big up to everybody who stepped on the stage today. Cass, Blue, big up to y'all queens. Big up to our kings, Aunt Mathis and Brandon down there representing Art Basel in Atlanta Blockchain Center because they was out there doing their thing, holding us down. And we appreciate everybody tapping in. We're gonna see y'all again next week, same time, 4:20 every Sunday. All right, tap in. It's your boy T.Gold. And we're gonna leave y'all with some music by Zebra. How about that? Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if y'all familiar, but the mixtape is kind of fire. And the beautiful part about this AI that they really ain't restricted to a particular genre, so they can go anywhere. So any requests, any songs that y'all want to hear before we dip out by Zero, bro?
I'll go with
All right, so let's go with
there we go.
Day One. Let's go with Day One. And this is all done in AI. We live on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. We signing off. We appreciate everybody. It's your boy T.Gold. We out. Peace.
I get a check every day. I just got started and I got so much left to say. My new girl up at it, you just straight the way. I ain't gonna care nothing that I will say. Cause I got my day ones gang.
That's what they were talking about. Remember you were talking about that? What? Grind.
In that
Right?
Yeah,
And yeah,
I didn't know that.
that's what Drake was saying yesterday. And they were saying it would be tough to get a collab with Bird.
Wow.